Good afternoon, welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again this afternoon. I got Cal on the call. Good afternoon, Cal.
Good afternoon, mate. You all right?
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine, mate. To say Cal in the building, by the way, I meant to say, not on the call. What am I saying? And it's just long day, bit of a good day today, like bottom here sort of thing. And I'm glad you're well. So, guys, if you like the video, like you see, give it a like, hit the subscribe button as well. If you like the super chat is open. And if you like to become a member, it's the links in there. It's just 99p. So, bit of breaking news, by the way, from Southampton, that Nathan Jones has been sacked after 3 months in the job. And I'm not surprised at all whatsoever. Just quick thoughts on that one, Carl?
Thoughts is, wow, how quick was that? I think, has there ever been a manager sacked quicker than that? Probably, but I can't think of one. But it makes you wonder how good Hasenhüttl was, because I know Southampton have been struggling and they have been poor. I just don't think they've been anywhere near that poor. I wonder. I think it was a mistake. They maybe should have kept him on. I think, I think they've done the right thing though, because I think if they keep him on, there's a good. Well, I think they were getting relegated. There's no doubt about that. I don't think they were surviving. So get him out now, and hopefully they can turn things around with someone else.
Absolutely. Before going through the comments as well, and I got a quick tweet from Ethan. Ethan, I'm sure he's a good guy, right? I mean, he says on the tweet, poor defending, most clean sheets in the league, and best defensive record. Not worried about 2 corners. That happens to football. Still very confident. Go and get top 4. Well, Ethan, right? If you're in the chat, mate, right? If you listen to me, sure, come on, right? Have your say on it, right? Explain it, right? Let's talk about yesterday's game, right? Look at the defense for that first goal. It was shocking. And look at the one where he could have conceded. That was also shocking, thanks to Dan Burns. So say it how it is. Say it how it is, okay? And don't be scared of saying it. So let's go. Big up to Jules, by the way. Hope you came, my guy. And Mason, bit early review. John, the game's still happening. No, it's not. Because it's not my team. They got the chance, by the way. I like Mason, by the way. Bless Mason, by the way. I mean, there you go. He's and then he's a Swansea City fan as well, by the way. He's from Swansea. There you go. Hi to Chess. I hope you're okay. And big up to Tiger. Shocking performance yesterday. Yes, absolutely. He says how it is. Shocking performance yesterday. Ed needs to change it up, and there's a lot of players not good enough, i.e. Longstaff and Willock. Well, Longstaff's playing slightly better. You know what I mean? But Willock, it's hot and cold with Joe Willock. I like him, but it's hot and cold. I only judge him by his performance, but sad thing went off yesterday as well. So, look, at the end of the day, we do need to step up. We'll come on to that one in a bit. What a play by ASM for the build-up to the goal. Yes, he was a part of it as well. And we also got chances on Truth. We got afternoon to Alan. And he did play well too, from what I have seen in the reviews. That's some shows. Yes, he did. We must start winning draws in those good. We've got to turn those draws into a win. And we got I said Bournemouth stay up. Good club with a great fan base. You know what? If Bournemouth stays up, Gary they'll keep them up, then I tell you something, right? I think it's done well, because at the end of the day, right? I mean, that's his target, that's his remit to stay up. And Burn was our worst player yesterday. We need targets back. Burn has to be doing good, but time for a change, in my opinion. We come with the Dan Burn later, because he was absolutely shocking. So, yeah. So, let's go on to yesterday's game, right? He's gone for a 4-3-3 formation, and ASM kept his place. And also, as well, Gordon had to make do with the bench as well. So, what do you think of the team lineup on the 4-3-3 there, Kyle?
I mean, I don't think we've got a choice now to change things up. I mean, people are saying let's change things up. It's time for change. I don't think we've got a choice now with the amount of injuries that happened. But I expected the 4-3-3. I expected Max to come in over Gordon as well. However, I was happy to see Gordon come on so early so I could get a good look at him. I just wasn't happy with the performance, mate. We're just struggling. You know, we can create chances all day, but we're not there now with them. There's no end product. I think even if Wilson was playing, mate, in my honest opinion, I think it would have been the same game. You know? It was shot. I mean, especially when you look at the other teams, you knew we were the late kickoff. You knew other teams around where Arsenal, Tottenham have dropped points. I really expected more because of that. I know we were away, but come on, we're playing the team, well, the 19th, I think they were, away with teams around were dropping points. I expected so much more from them, and that first goal did not help. It's always hard coming back from a goal behind, which hasn't happened in how long. But there's no excuse. The lads should have, I still expected more, even at 1-0 down. And, we were fortunate to get that goal. I was over the moon, obviously, but I expected more after it, and we never got it, did we? It was disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. Look, at the end of the day, people say Wilson might be missed, but you're right. It's going to be probably the same game anyway. So kind of a speedy recovery as well. And yeah, just got a tweet message there. Best defense in the league, and the laughing Mocons as well. What I'm trying to say is we got the best defense, but we didn't play like we had the best defense yesterday because we was all over the place and at times come out and say it. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, I think Eddie changed to 4-2-3-1 when Willock came off and Anthony Gordon came on. And I think we looked a better team slightly. I mean, if you look at the first goal, the first chance Bournemouth had, it's a great save by Nick Pope, pushing around the post from corner. And when Solanke had the header. And the corner from that corner, well, it wasn't from that corner, but it was a poor goal to concede. It was whipped in and it's headed on. And then Nancy got at the end of it. But where was the marking? Who was running with him? Where was the runner?
I think we're getting too confident at the back, aren't we? I think we're relying on Pope too much. There's only so much you can do, that bloke. We were lucky there was only the one as well. I mean, Trippier's clearance, I thought that was it, to be honest with you, Joe. I thought that was game over.
I did as well. I mean, you look at the back four. I thought Trippier kind of done okay. I mean, he's trying to make things happen going forward as every single will, which I thought he did all right. I mean, you look at the back as well. Sven Botman, look, I've got to be honest with Sven Botman, yeah. You know how much I love him, but it was well below his standards yesterday.
He lost his head a bit, didn't he?
He did. I tell you what, he could have got sent off for a second booking as well. He's looking for that as well. He was very in danger as well. He deserved to get booked for that push, right? Which made it so easy for the referee to make a decision. He made a few clumsy challenges as well, right? And the one thing is, he did not look composed on the ball. No, Cal, that is the thing. And I'll go for a game-by-game basis, yeah? And we've got to discuss that. Oh, United's just scored, by the way. 1-0 Rashford.
Fantastic.
This is why we need to start winning games. But
because these do. See, this is a game they should be winning, right? And they will. That's the difference. That's the difference right there. I know it's not over yet. We've got 10 minutes left. But we should be winning games like Bournemouth, like West Ham, who are struggling. I know someone commented earlier saying that they're still expecting top four and they're confident. I was as well, mate. But after the last 2 weeks without Bruno, I'm not confident on top four.
Well,
I think it's offside.
I'll tell you what it is. Right? I want to get top four this season as well. I know people are saying people are happy to finish seventh, sixth, and third. They're checking on far, but I think that is going to be very, very tight. For me,
I think it's offside. It's off. They might get the decision because it's United, like.
I tell you what,
they've got it. They got it. They give that.
They're giving it. Wow. By his hand there, by the way. But look, guys, we're not being negative, right? We're just giving an honest assessment, honest analyze as well. And that's why we're doing a review. That's why it's called match review, by the way. But you're quite right, by the way. But Burn was our worst player. Yeah, I read that. Big up to Wilkes, by the way. Hi to Wilkes. Yeah, you're right. It's given. Shocking from the fans giving ASM shite. And how terrible Isak, Burn, Willock and Shah has been. Yeah, we'll go for the player ratings, right? We discussed that as well. But those names mentioned, I thought Willock again, right? Yes, he went off. I mean, I'm not going to criticize on the guy, but he didn't look right. I mean, Shah, again, sort of thing, like Botman a bit shaky. I thought Burn, we got to discuss Dan Burn. He was awful yesterday. I can't lie. Giving the ball away. And everyone's singing, he kind of beat Dan Burn because he's from Blythe. You're never going to beat Dan Burn because he's from Blythe. How about changing that yesterday?
Yeah, I would like to see Matt Target back. Honestly, I really would. I'd have him straight back here. I think I've rated him since the beginning, mate. I thought we got him on a cheap. I was over the moon with the signing when we got him off loan, I would love to see him back in the team. Enough, like now against Dan Burn, everyone makes mistakes. I would like to see Target back and to see how we do with a proper left back. You know, and it's good to have that rotation with the centre backs as well. Like, look at United today. They've put Harry Maguire on because they can. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, rotate Shaw and Botman, but it's good to have Dan Burn on the bench when you need him. I would definitely bring Target in 100%. But obviously maybe not against Liverpool. I'm not saying like next week, but I'm looking forward to seeing him play again. I am.
Do you think the United the match in Carlo Costa's going to be too early for Matt?
Yes, he's been out too long. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Well,
and can we make it clear, because a lot of people I think are confused, and I'm pretty certain about this, that if Joe Linton gets a yellow against Liverpool, he's still okay and he can play the final. I just tweeted it out earlier because I've seen a lot of people worried he can.
Yes, absolutely. I tweeted it last week. Well, I didn't tweet it. I did it on the DM last week to a couple of people. So, yes, just to confirm that if he gets booked, he does play the Carbo, but he will miss the 2 games between Man City and Wolves. So, he'll be out for 2 games. And you talked about Dan Burn and Matt Target. I want to see a left back that can actually play left back. Someone's going to make overlapping. I want to see my left back overlaps. And going forward, Dan Burn doesn't offer that at all whatsoever, in my opinion. Yeah. But
I mean, he got up the pitch, didn't he? But he didn't look confident when he got the ball in that position to play the 1-2s and that. He just can't do that, can he? You know, bless him. He's just not built for that, is he?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Defending is his bread and butter, but going forward isn't his bread and butter, unfortunately. But I tell you what, for me, he gifted Bournemouth a win. He nearly gifted them a winner yesterday. Maybe she buy Kim Trippier 20 bottles of champagne for saving at that point. There you go. And look at the midfield, right? I thought Joe Linton, for me, my man on the match for me, I thought he worked his socks off again. He's trying to make things happen. And at times when he goes forward sort of thing, it does his best. But for me, I mean, the players just not kept up with him at all whatsoever, mate.
Yeah, Joe Linton for me as well, 100%. I think he was outstanding again. I think if we didn't have him on that field yesterday, we were in big trouble. But yeah, I think he was the best player on the pitch for her. Nick Pope
Game,
as well.
set, match United.
Is it?
2-0.
Oh, who scored that?
I know it's at Argentina, is it? Gamacho. 2 late goals. That is game, set, match.
Yep. And that's the difference in it. That's why they'll get top 4, because they win the games they need to win.
That's the difference. That's the difference. I'm not sure we get top 4 now, let's be real. I'm not going to lie. How many injuries yesterday? We should have got 3 or 4 players in Jan. Top 4 is done. We're not winning the final the way we've been playing. I think we're not getting Europe. A squad is shite. I can see where he's come from in a way. I mean, for me, I'm not sure we're going to get top 4 now. I hope we do, but I think we'll probably get a couple more injuries and probably get stretched. But one thing for sure, we have improved a lot. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, I think we're going to come out quite short for the top 4, to be fair. But what we should have done, in my opinion, Carl, we should have got a centre forward and midfielder the moment Shelby and Wood went.
I agree. That's, I think, the main reason why I don't think we will get top 4 this season. We don't have the squad. Look at United, man. The rotation, bringing on whatever you call him, the Argentinian kid on. We don't have the squad, I don't think, to do it. And I know last time we spoke on here, I was saying we are good enough. Look at what we've done. But no, since not seeing Bruno in that squad, and like you say, with injuries, we're knackered, we're screwed. So yeah, I think it's going to take a season like or 2, and we need a few more signings before we can think about Champions League. Like,
yeah, exactly. And go on through more comments as well. Please keep those comments coming in, please, guys. Thank you. It's the Blame Game ASM Brigade. Yeah, you know what it is, right? I mean, we need to lay off him now. Sort of, we're just going to lay off him, because I'll tell you something now. If you keep having a go at him, fans, and it gets to him, he's going to say, you know what? I'm not going to play for this club anymore. I'm away. I'm done. Can we get a couple of loadies on Europe just for cover as you're looking for everything in the squad? Well, Alan, the transfer window is passed. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I just don't think It's going to happen, mate. We've got to wait till the summer now. And we need Wilson. Isak didn't know what to do once he got the ball. Terrible for him. Well, the thing is, though, he didn't get any service yesterday. That's the thing. But when he does get the ball, I can see where you're coming from. When Fabian sharp out the ball over the top, when he got into the box sort of thing, he got snuffed out as well, which is a shame. Is he fit? Yes. Does he need a run of games? Or does he need to work on it? Does he need to work up?
Was it a bad game? One off? You know, I can give him the benefit of the doubt. Seeing what he did against Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? He was quality against Liverpool. He just wasn't there last night, was he? I don't think there was a load of them that weren't there, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing we're missing isn't a player, it's the spark, the will, the hunger to get the ball, the attacking fast. I tell you something, right, Truls, you're absolutely right. You touched on that because Craig Burley said exactly the same thing. He reckons Newcastle is going to fade out. It's going to fade away. It's as simple as that. They're going to fade away at the top four is. He thinks they're not going to make it. If you convert five of the draws into wins, we'll be in a title race. Exactly. That is the thing.
It's just scoring goals, isn't it?
That's the problem. The thing is, though, right? I mean, our build-up play is slow. We're giving the ball away. The pass is not crisp. Do you know what I mean? And that's why we are where we are. Yes, we're in the top four, granted. But at the end of the day, right? If we had stayed in the top four, we've got to be winning games. Turn those draws, like Jules said, like Tiger said, convert those draws into the wins, and then we'll be okay. Next game, Liverpool. At least you lot are better than us. You're having a great season, and that's from Cat. Absolutely, you're having a fantastic season. Yeah, could be more, and let's hope that we start winning games. I mean, drive 5 draws in 6 is not good. It would be horrible if our next defeat comes at the hands of Liverpool next week, lads. That's in Gary. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. Because we ought to stuff them. United are in again.
Not worse, is it?
Exactly. Not worse getting beat of them lot. I'm sorry, but we need to win that game. Trust me.
The thing is, who we got? Who's fit?
That's
we
the
don't
thing.
know yet, do we?
This is why we need to get. We needed to get some a striker in, a scorer, and a midfielder as well, so Bruno can move forward as well. Do you know what I mean? Simple. So that's the case, Cat. So that's the case. Everyone has susters. We always go down right, and everyone can't do shit apart from run trips, crosses them in, and no one can hit the bar. That's the Tiger again, right? Do you think we're in sussed out? Kyle.
Do I think we've been sussed out? No, I think Bruno's just not been there, and he makes the team better. And he makes every player better. Like look at Miggy with Bruno with the 1-2s, the runs, and he just makes him a better player. We've just really struggled without Bruno, mate. I think, in my honest opinion, we'll still be all right. It's just we're struggling, missing like these 3 games without him. I tweeted it earlier. I says, you know, you really see the difference, and it makes you realize like how good Bruno is. Like the kid's world class, and I think as soon as he's back, I think we'll be all right. But yes, we definitely, for me, need more signings. We need a striker. I mean, you would even think Isak by himself isn't working. Wilson is made of Weetabix, right? Would you play 2 strikers up top? Do you know? Try it 4-4-2 maybe. You know, Isak might be better with another striker alongside him. And look at that game he played with Wilson and we scored. You know, because you can't keep doing what we're doing in the last 6 games with this formation if we're not scoring the goals. It's all right not letting many in, but you need goals, mate, in there. If it means putting 2 strikers up top, I know we didn't have 2 strikers because once I was injured. But if you know what I'm saying in the long run, you know, it might be something to think about. Yeah,
that's the truth. I think Eddie Howard is at Bournemouth. He played a 4-4-1-1. He played like a 10 role and a centre forward, so a 10 role centre forward sort of thing. Maybe you ought to try that sort of thing because I think Eddie. I get a lot of people saying that we need to change it up. We need to change it up, like, do you know what I mean? But each to their own, I guess. But we should see what he does.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to now because we've got so many players out, and I think Eddie will need to do that. Play 2 wingers, and play as a 10, and let's hope things will come off it. Why not play Trippier on the left and Ashby on the right? That's a good shout, Alan. Play Ashby on the right because I heard good things about this guy. I mean, would you bring Harrison into the team?
I don't know a lot about him, mate, to be honest. But if it's true and he's a decent player, then absolutely give it a can. Why not? Yeah, Why not? I mean, I would rather see Matty come back, to be honest, and keep Trippier on the right if he's fit, in my opinion, and then slowly get Ashby in the team rather than just put him on the right back position straight up. I'd like to see him first coming on a bit before just throwing him in there, you know.
Absolutely. John, all I'm saying, if our form is like this next season, I won't be surprised if the owner sack out. Wow, Tigers going big here. What's your take on that?
I think it's mental. There's no chance. In my opinion, mate, I'm sorry, I don't believe that happens.
I can't see it happening. But
who would we bring in, Tiger? Who would bring in instead of Howe? Who would you have in?
Yeah, leave us in the comments there who you having if Eddie Howe doesn't start well next season. It's crazy how Bruno makes this team way, way better. Yes, he does. He does. Has there been any news on the injuries on yesterday? Have you heard anything? Because as far as I know, we heard out in a minute in time. I look on the news now, and there's no news of it at all. I haven't.
No, I haven't been on much today, but I haven't seen anything yet.
Exactly. Thanks, cheers. Appreciate that. Please hit the like, subscribe, and you know what to do. Let's go for Wilkes. Comments big up to you, Wilkes. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, please, mate. If you can, that'd be brilliant. Thank you. It's not fair picking one from a side of 11 who plays shite. Joe Linton is our most consistent player for how good he is now. We've always said, right, we big them up when they play well, and we have to say something when they play poor, right? Joe Linton has turned us around. Big up to him. I was one of them, but he's turned his career at Newcastle United around. So big up to Joe Linton. He's been outstanding this season, yet again.
There's rumours of him getting into the Brazil squad. He's been that good.
Absolutely. We should be able, checking fire as well for offside. We should be able to win games without Bruno. That's the frustrating part. We won games before without Bruno. Yes, absolutely. See the pride in John's eyes when we sign free to Man U. Wow. Say when I say free to Man U, wow. We should have kept Shelby till the summer. Would you have kept Shelby till the summer? Because looking back now, we could have done.
Yeah, but at the time you're thinking, no, we're going to bring someone in, aren't we? So I'd replace him in a heartbeat for someone else, but we didn't get anyone else. So now I'm going to say yes, absolutely.
Exactly. Let's hope Miley gets a start and get flying. Long time since a really young, talented player has come through the Premier League. That's from Truls. Yes, we do like to give people a chance. Sack Eddie's, that's unthinkable, lads. Gary, you're so correct. So correct. And Howard's just signed a new 3-year contract as well. So, yeah. Let's go for the first goal, right? It was poor defending from a corner, by the way. The corner came on the left-hand side. It was flicked on, right? But who was Marcus Senesi? Got on the back post. Who was marking him? It was shocking defending again.
Just switched off, didn't it? And it really, we really struggled from it, you know. We really struggled. I think if that doesn't go in, we'll probably win 2-0, you know. But yeah, we just switched off and we paid for it. We paid the price. And we were lucky to come away with a draw in the end.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, but I mean they could have scored a second goal as well when I think it's Solanke had a kind of a free header for 10 yards shoot, and Pope had to get down well and gather that ball, and that could have been 2-0. And
I hate stating the obvious as well, like, oh, you know, like it just sounds like we all know what I'm saying, you know, but one thing I really want to just mention before I forget is, and it's frustrating me, man, every week we are getting 10 corners plus a game, and we're so bad at corners, like it's set pieces. You know, our trips will hide in the box 20 times a game, and we've got tall defenders in the box, and we never do anything with them. Like, what's that all about? Like, what's going on there? Like, we need to be doing better at set pieces because we're getting a lot of corners and a lot of free kicks, and I think that would help us as well. Like, and surely I know Eddie's looking at this, but is he like? It's all season we've been gaining like 10 corners a game plus, and we're just doing nothing with them, and that's frustrating me a lot. Like when we get a corner now, I'm just like, oh, we're not going to D now, yeah, we're not going to D now with it. And I hate to sound negative, but it's fact. Like, have we scored a corner this season?
That's another thing you need to work out as well. That's very, very poor. We got guys at the back. We got Sven Botman, 6'5". We got Damien Shear, 6'2". Joel Linton, 6'2" as well. Why are they not getting at the ends of it? What's the quality? I mean, Trippier's quality should be better. Do you know what I mean? He can cross the ball. Let's be real. And also, Sean Larson can put in a caddy corner as well. He can put a cross in as well, by the way. But at the end of the day, right, that's another thing. It's down to training as well. But I'm sure the coaching side, we need to look up at that as well. But again, that needs to be selected very, very quickly. And that's not being negative. That is facts. So there you go. Yeah, Isak lost his man and cost us that. He completely switched off as well. Has our players been so used to going for 40 points? They are satisfied. And big up to Man United, beat Leeds by 2 goals. So big up to you, Craig, as well, by the way. I hope you're well. And let's, need to beat Man City on Wednesday. That'll be a tough game now. You made it tough for yourself, really. You cannot get beat off them. You got a goal at half time, right? I mean, it was a well-worked goal, by the way. Aysen just about kept the ball in the play. The ball went forward, and the cross came in on the left, and Sean Longstaff made a late run. Neto made a save, but he only paid it out to Miggy, and then he got there first and made it 1-1 and guided it into the far corner. I mean, he's got his 10th goal of the season. In my opinion, I've asked the only plus sign today on yesterday.
I would say so. And Trippier being on the line when he was, but I was impressed with. Usually, Sean Longstaff, you'll hit it straight at the bloody keeper. But he didn't. He went for the corner and he had good power, good pace on it to get give her a chance for the rebound. And I think we deserved it. I think in terms of possession and everything, we did well keeping the ball and we were attacking. We just weren't doing out. But yeah, when that went in, I thought, okay, now let's switch on. Let's wake up, come back and win this game. Obviously, with what happened around with Spurs and Arsenal, and it just didn't happen. But good goal. It's just a shame that that's all that happened. It's I expected a lot more.
Absolutely got true as well. Tough crowd. Get ya. No, well, you're absolutely right. But then again, the second half, I mean, there's nothing much going in. I think both sides, I mean, trying to go forward, trying to get the ball moving, but again, very little chances as well. I mean, look, you had a chance, you had another chance, and Neto made a save. Longstaff tried to control it. It fell for Anthony Gordon, and he shot it wide. I mean, that's another thing you've got to work out, Carl, trying to walk the ball in the back of the net. And I'm not being funny. We've got to make those count. We've got to be absolutely ruthless in front of the goal. That's why Arsenal's ruthless, City are ruthless, United are ruthless. We need to be ruthless as well.
Yeah, improving set pieces will definitely help as well. Maybe 2 strikers would help, but yeah, at the minute it's just not working. We've got a goal at a game, 2 if we're lucky. But what saved was the defence this season. I think if our defence was nowhere near as good as they've been, and being world class, mind, we wouldn't be in the position we're in because we haven't been scoring that many, and we need to do something about it. Wilson, I'm sorry, what's going on? What was it? A hamstring? Or was it? I've heard it's not serious, but it was just a precautionary measure. Is that true? Or is he out for the rest of the season?
I think it's either a precautionary or it's got a hamstring. So I think it's down to the hamstring as well. Do you know what I mean?
I've had enough of that. Get rid of him. If he's doing a game, get rid of him. We need a proper striker who wants to play football every week. He's not made of Weetabix.
That's fair enough on Callum sort of thing. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't think he'd be starting games next season anyway, which is a shame. But and we definitely need someone coming in. I tell you, one striker I'll get in, you probably laugh at as well. I have him back in Newcastle because I think he should never got sold in the first place.
Mitrovic.
No, Ivan Toney.
Oh, 100%. Of course you would.
Ivan Toney, we should get that guy back from Brentford because what he's done, right, when he's left Newcastle, he went to Peterborough scoring goals. He went to Brentford scoring goals. The second season syndrome, right, is tough. And that guy has comfort from flying colours, yeah? That guy, he can hold the ball up, he can make runs, he can make the link-up game as well. He is a proper centre forward. And I tell you what, he's 27 years of age now. Get him back. If you give it a British striker, Ivan Toney, get him back because that guy is absolutely brilliant. He has resurrected his career to the best he can. He's going to laugh at this, yeah? But he bullies defenders. I'm telling you.
I agree. I think he's everything you've just said. He's a proper striker. He puts the ball in the net. He knows how to score goals. He's in the right position. You know, he's got everything you need, and he's not injury prone, is he?
No.
You know, like Wilson. So yeah, I agree. I would have him in tomorrow.
100%. We'll go through Spencer's comments. So big up to Spencer, Traore, and Adara were great for Bournemouth yesterday. I thought Adara, he had Dan Burn on toast as well the whole of the game. Let's be real. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Dan could not cope with his movement yesterday. How we didn't win, I never know. That's in Callum, you were fine yesterday. You play like that, you not get relegated, mate. Let's be real.
How many pints did you have, Callum?
Hey. He's a big Bournemouth fan.
Sorry, is he? Okay, that makes sense.
He's a massive Bournemouth fan. So, and he's a great guy. He sounds a great guy as well. He's on my show. Well, he wasn't on my channel live. He's in the chat as well. Seems you're on training shots or set pieces. I know we do, but it doesn't look like it. That's some truth. Lads, do you think Eddie will play Isak and Wilson together against Liverpool? I tell you what, though, you just mentioned it. Give it a try. Give it a try. He used to play 4-4-2 at Bournemouth, 4-4-1-1, or play like Isak, play Wilson behind Isak. That's the main guy. Do you know what I mean? How we need to be ruthless now. Stop being low to players and start dropping players that are underperforming. That's in Tiger.
I agree.
And we were lethal with Isak and Wilson. Don't get Tony. He'll be banned straight away.
Well,
banned straight away. Bless him. John, Tony might be banned for life from football. That's another thing. He's got banned. He's going to get banned.
Nah, he's a footballer, man. They can do what they want. Look at Mason Greenwood, for fuck's sake. They can do what they want. They'll get away. He'll get away with it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I've got a feeling. You know, I think Maxi's going. I know he came off limping, but even if he didn't, I can see Gordon starting with Miggy this against Liverpool. You know, I'm saying it. I'll call it now. I think Gordon's going to start with Miggy, and I think it'll be Wilson if he's fit in the middle again. But you're right. I think Eddie needs, like at 1-1 when we needed a wake up. We were playing awful. I just wanted to see Eddie like going off it, you know, like the rest of them do on the sidelines and shouting at them and that, you know. And I just didn't. I don't see enough of that with Eddie. That's the only thing I'd say. Like, I know he's got his loyalty to his players, and the other thing is like I don't see enough testosterone in him on the sidelines when we need it, you know, and you need to tell them like fucking wake up.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing, man. I know exactly what you mean, mate. And again, it's just he'll be back. He'll be back. Not made of wheat bix and made of glass, lads. That's we're talking about Wilson there. That's from Gary. And ASM has started to play good, and then you want him out. I don't want him out. But
no.
some fans on social media want him out as well, which I don't get at all. I don't understand it at all. Look, I know people are saying that he's not being great. I know people are saying that he's a liability. I know people are saying that he's not playing as well as he could. But at the end of the day, right, we need ASM. We need him at the club. It's as simple as that. Because
if you don't, you've got Jacob Murphy there. Do you know what I mean? That's how I'd rather have.
Exactly, 100%. John, did you get a ticket to Wembley? Not yet, no, but hopefully. I mean, you might want to know, Kyle. Do you think period 4 will get all the tickets? Or
I don't know. John, I know nothing about the ticket sales, and I've stayed away from it, mate. Because I know I'm not going. You know, I don't know, mate.
Fair enough. Okay. ASM looked good in the highlights. But the thing with ASM, there's one moment is on the left-hand side, and then they cut inside, and ran all the way along the box, right, and end up on the right-hand side, and made a 5-yard pass to Miggy. I don't know what's that all about. I really don't know what.
There was Gordon Miggy, and Maxi on the right side of the corner next to the corner flag.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. But if you have lost that ball, I mean, Atara was free on the right. If that ball would have got crossed, my God, we'd have been in trouble. You know what I mean? And for me, Willock looks around Toon. I mean, well, the thing is, right, they need to look at what's happening to Willock, by the way. I'm not going to lie, but someone's not right there. Does he look fit? Is he match fit? We don't know. Nobody knows. Team needs rotation, definitely. Eddie's system's not working anymore. We don't have pace in mid. If I were to put Mig in mid, someone on the right and Gordon on the left, Dan Burn tired doing mistakes. So Cenk, got his point as well. What, you didn't get that?
I agree with everything he just said. But Willock has played, I think, every single game, hasn't he? You know, so it might just be catching up with him, mate. And I guess it has. He's injured. I don't know what's wrong with him. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But the kid has run his heart every single game, started from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think that just, you know, you might just need a rest. The problem is we've got Nate wanting to replace him. I mean, Elliot Anderson, I might not have a choice now. But he turns out he might do all right. Anderson, do you know what I mean? It might not be the end of the world yet. You know, Anderson could come in and do a shift. But time will tell, I guess.
Absolutely. Just so you know, guys, in a couple of days' time, over a week's time, I'll be having Macy on my show. A big Man United fan. She want to be sure me streams loads of times. We're going to do a Carbo Cup special preview. It'll be either on Thursday or Friday. So keep your eyes peeled for that, people. And we'll be definitely doing that as well. So we'll let you know. The second time of the season, trips where the goal line clearance. First away to Brighton, now Bournemouth. The problem I see with Willock, that his times really looks uninterested. He needs to step up in that area. And I tell you what, right, he needs to, because if we don't play to our potential, when it comes to the cup match in the final at Wembley, we're not going to win that game. We're not going to win it.
No. Man, you on fire. They're on fire at the minute, like.
They are. We're not win that. I don't think we win that. I know I said it many times, but after yesterday's performance, I'm not so sure. All game, Maxi is getting bad balls and surrounded by fearful Bournemouth players. Then he keeps the bar in, gets in space and creates the goal. No one else could do that for us. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was a good move yesterday. He did really well. We need to build momentum before we face Man United. We have to. We got Liverpool next. Get rid of Deadwood, update the bench. Alan's made a fantastic comment there.
Yeah, you've got it, but we can't now. We've got a little summer.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's sort of thing. That's what you got to do. And then right in the end, I mean, what was Dan Burn doing? What was he thinking about? Giving that ball away, right? And you know, going the right hand side, the ball was played in, and then all Solanke had to do was turn and shot, but he backheeled it. Pope was nowhere to be there. But thank God Trippier was at the end of that and actually cleared it, because at the end of the day, it hadn't been for Trips, we'd have lost that game.
Yeah, he had a really bad game, didn't he, Dan Burn? Bless him.
The worst I've seen.
They are human, I guess. You know, we are. But, I mean, just what annoyed me was when you seen Tottenham get battered by Leicester 4-1 and Arsenal drew, Brentford, wasn't it? And you just think that's enough to really put on a good performance and really, you know, we get that 3 points, you know. We just weren't at it. We just weren't there again. And it's again, I honestly believe it's because we're losing, we're lost without Bruno. The kid just makes us so much better, and we're really struggling without him. We're paying the price, like. And I think I don't know what people think on that red. Yes, it was a red, but I think it was very unfortunate how the kid put his leg there last second.
Yeah,
like to turn. And that's how he's caught his angle or whatever it was. I think it was very, very unlucky. He didn't have any intentions. It wasn't malice and, you know, in any way. I think it was very unfortunate, and we're paying the price, like, or we're not.
Absolutely. Totally agree there, mate. Absolutely. Botman should have been sent off. I mean, I think he was lucky he sat on the pitch, by the way. The first one was just absolutely silly. Crazy. Pushed the player away in front of the referee. In the book. And the second one, he's lucky as well. He was clumsy as well. A month ago, I would have felt confident against United. Now I feel nervous even against Liverpool, now some chairs. And absolutely, Burnley mentally switched off. He burnt out. That's how I got it. You know what he's like, don't you? We like Dan Burn, but we need a pot of left back in place with his target back. Hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, I want to see a left back actually can play left back. You know what I mean? Dan Burn is not really a natural left back for me. Yes, he's done a good job, but I want to see my left back, like I said earlier, to make overlaps.
Yeah, 1-2s and that, yeah.
Playing the 1-2s.
To help Max out.
Yeah.
We are to help him out, we are.
Exactly. And thumbs up from Jez. Jules, Callum, you're right, mate. Not composed player well used to with Botman. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to criticize him, but I will, as for today, he was poor yesterday, and he ain't the only one as well. I mean, maybe it hadn't helped when you got Dan Burn playing alongside him as well. And we've got one here. Well, we have Bruno Longstaff and Big Joe in the mid for cup final. So I'm not worried because Bruno is helping defence and in attack. That he can make a difference. And Target was rumored back for the City game, which is next month. So that's from Wilkes. Right, we're going to go for the player ratings, people. All right, you know how it works, right? We go through a player 1 out of 10. You never done it though, haven't you? So we just go for the players for 1 out of 10 through the players, including the subs and the manager and supporters as well. So it's going to be your player ratings. But before I do that, I'll go through more comments as well. Just for about Chelsea and Jules. Well, Gordon looked good. What do you think of him in the 10 role, John? For me, he played a 4-2-3-1 when Willock went off. Sort of, I thought he looked all right. I mean, I thought he tried to make things happen, you know, pass and move, telling the players where the ball want to be. I thought he worked well. I think he played well. I really do think he played well. But at the end of the day, right, I mean, without having the big chances there, and I do like Andy Gordon. I mean, a lot of people say he should be the team around him. He gives you energy, he gives you endeavour and power as well. And he tried to place on the front foot. So, yeah, I think he had a decent game enough. So, right, let's go on to the player ratings. And, we've got Chez as well. Our left side looks vulnerable. There's a strong natural overload on the right with Miggy, Longstaff, and Trips. The left doesn't seem to be as well supported. Maxi's had a tough job there. Absolutely, Chez.
Do you not think that plays a part, though, in Maxi, like, because he has just had Dan Burn on the left with him, you know? I think if he had a natural left back, then I think you'd be able to see more of his game, and that might play a part.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think so, definitely, because Target can go forward and help him out. I mean, when Edison does the work on the left-hand side, he gets support. He can give it to Target. He's got a lovely left foot, by the way, Target as well. He's got a lovely left foot, but he can also defend as well, which is a good thing. So I'm a big fan of Target. I've always liked Target. You know what I mean? I know people saying that he's done, but look, he ain't done. He's not done at all. He's a left back, and he's a naturalized left back. He can actually defend as well. I'm not going to lie, but he's a decent player. But when he comes back, then we'll see what he's made of. Right, let's go for the player ratings there. I mean, it's going to be your player ratings, yeah? So we are going to start with, if I just get up there, with Nick Pope.
Nick Pope.
Yeah. 8? Okay. I thought he did. I think he did all right. I mean, he had no chance on the goal, right? It wasn't his fault, but I think he had a good save, push around the corner as well. So, yeah.
I think he had a good game, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And let's go to the right back. I mean, Trippier. I mean, yeah, he had a lot of the ball. Didn't offer enough going forward, yeah. And his crossing was a little bit off, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, he made a clearance off the line as well. So, Kieran Trippier.
7.5.
Okay. On the other side. 7. Okay. On the other side. I mean, Dan Burn, let's be real. That's his worst year played. And his passing was absolutely way off. Lost his man and for the goal. And he also gifted a winner as well, which could have cost us as well. Big standard, to be fair. We didn't deserve to win that as well. And not being funny. And the worst thing is, you got to play to the whistle. He didn't do that. But he offered absolutely now going forward. And that's the worst he has played.
Yeah. He's got to have the lowest rating in the whole lineup. I'm going to give him a 4. We didn't lose the game. You know, I'm sure if you'd watched the game again, you would see him win headers and corners and defend corners. He made a lot of mistakes and it cost. I'll give him a 4.
Oh, that's being generous. That's very generous.
We drew. We didn't lose. If we lost the game, it'd be different. But we drew. I'll give him a 4.
Would have been different anyway, but it's your ratings. 7 for Paul, 8 from Bob, Max on the right, Mig on 11 might be great, and Nick's getting a bit of 7s here, and Chip's going to get 7. 3 Jules, Wish Gordon was on the left, both for balance. That's some chairs. Burner 2. Alan says 0. Would have been better. And hi to you, John. I hope you're okay, mate. Let's go on to the central defense. Let's go with. I'm going to start with Fabian Schär.
I'm going to give him a 6.
Yeah, for me, he didn't impose his own self. That ball over the top for Isak was the best he did did today on yesterday, and
He's-
he wasn't composed. Go on.
He was getting forward though, John, wasn't he? He was getting forward as well, I noticed. I was hoping for another screamer, but he was getting forward. I think he was the best out the back four. Yeah, I would go with 6 for sure.
6 for sure. Okay. And Sven Botman. Oh, look, he battled well with Dominic Solanke, but let's be real. I mean, I love Sven Botman. You know that. And people knows how much I rate this guy. But I'm going to be honest. He was clumsy in his challenges yesterday. Got booked, right? And then you could have got a second yellow card, right, for that tackle. And he was very, very, very lucky to get that. But with Botman, he was not so assured in possession, and that has got to be the worst I've seen Sven Botman played. I can't lie.
Yeah, he had a tough game, didn't he? I think they really thought they could get the win. They really went for it. You know, the pressure and everything. And I think he had a hard job out there. That he had a hard day at work. You know, and I'm going to give him a 5 because of him losing his head. I agree with. See, Alan just said it there. Botman 5. I think you can't give him the same as Byrne. I think Shaw was a bit better, but yeah, I'll give Botman a 5.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Botman 5 out of 10. Let's go through the midfield. Let's start with Joe Linton. That guy, he was so energetic, nice dribbling here, gets the ball out of tricky situations. For me, he's my man of the match.
Yeah, he's the man. Not only the man of the match, he's been the man of the season for me. But yesterday, Bournemouth's game, I think he was by far definitely the best player on the pitch. I'm going to give him a 9, just because he didn't score the winner. He didn't score a winner, so he's not getting a 10.
Star man. 9 out of 10 for Joe. Joe Willock. I mean, for me, he looked lively, but again, he did not look right at all whatsoever. I hope it's not a serious injury. I hope he's going to be out for Liverpool, but we'll find out. So, Joe Willock, we can't give him that much, can we?
No, he wasn't on the pitch long enough to really give a rating. But again, you can't give him lower than Dan Byrne. So I'm going to give him a 5.
Not a standard 5. Sean Longstaff, I felt that shot he had was a beautiful shot with Neto made a save before Milan tapped it in. The second half as well. I mean, plenty of energy and dirty work, but for me, I've noticed it as well. He faded slightly as well, so he put in a shift in for me.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I was going to give him a 7.5 there, but yeah, he did. You're right. He wasn't with it yesterday. Also, I keep saying yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
It was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah. It was another bad game for him. The whole team had a bad game except Joe Linton, in my opinion. I'll give him I'll be generous and give him a 7. Just. I loved his shot. I loved his shot. I loved the pace he put on it. I love where he went to place it. He didn't just hit it at the keeper, which I expect him to. And the fact that he was in that position in the first place, making that run, and it was a vital run and it was a vital shot, and he helped get the goal. So yeah, I'll give him a 7.
Cheers, John. Agree with Jules. Bottom had a lot of covering on the left. He's doing 2 jobs. Yes. Get that, and I appreciate your opinions there, Chess and Jules, by the way. But it's just it was just for me, he just was composed on the ball. I thought Solanke caused him a few problems as well, by the way. So that's why he's getting a 5 for me. But it's all about opinions, and I respect it. But thank you there, and I've noticed that. But give Joe 10 every game. Bit generous, are you, Wilkes? 8 for Joe, Big Joe 8, and Willock 5, Longstaff 6, and man of the match is Joe Linton. Yes,
he got booked again, didn't he?
He did.
He's an 8. He's not a 9. He's an 8.
He's an 8. He changed his mind.
I'm giving him an 8. Yeah,
8 out of 10. Okay, let's go on to the front 3. We start with who are we going to go with? We're going to go with St. Maximin, by the way.
St. Max. I think he ran his heart out. He did try, and that's what I wanted to see. And he was trying. Yeah, and I think it's a bit like Botman doing 2 jobs on the left. I don't think he has that much help.
Yeah.
Especially against Bournemouth when we just weren't there. I'll give him a 7.5. I don't think he had a bad game at all.
Okay, let's go with Miggy. got to equalise some goal. He saved our bacon, but at times, again, he worked hard, winning the balls as well. And the thing is, right, I mean, the only thing about Miggy, right, he can be a bit predictable, and I'm not going to lie, he is kind of predictable. They worked him out as well. But at the end of the day, right, at times, he looked a bit for their ideas. But for me, I'd like to see him change on the right-hand side. I'd like to see him as a 10 role, or I'd like to see him on the left side.
Yeah, I was just actually thinking that during the game they should do that. You know, they should switch sides, and then rotate. Do you know what I mean? And I think that would definitely help, because with Miggy at the minute, he seems to be doing the same thing. He's getting the ball, he'll run down the wing, he always cuts back in to play it, and then making a 1-2 run, hoping for a ball over the top. Without Bruno, it never comes off. It never works. He had a quietish game, but he got the goal, so I have to give him a 7.
Alexander Isak for me. I mean, he's not clearly, he isn't match fit yet. He needs a couple more games to see the real Isak coming out soon. He looked rusty as well. He shows a decent touch to say, and then he looked well off the pace, I'm not going to lie. But that chance, another day, another way, when he was playing that sharp play over the top ball, and another day, we would have got the end of that. But he clearly looked rusty, but he'll come back.
I was livid at that. How he didn't even shoot, and it went out for a corner. Luckily, I don't know what was going on in his head. I was livid at that. I think he had a bad game. I get it. You can't blame him when everyone else around him are having a bad game as well. But I'm going to give him a 6. I think he could have done better with the chances that he got.
Yeah.
So 6 for Isak.
6 to Isak. That's the 11. We'll go for the subs as well. We go for Anthony Gordon, who came on for Joe Willock. I mean, look, this guy, right, he's got energy, shows and dip out as well. The one thing I will say about Gordon, surely now he's going to have to start next Saturday. Yeah, he's drifted over the field, which I'd love to see. He put himself out boot. And I thought he was quite unlucky when he got booked yesterday. In my opinion, it could have gone either way. But listen, at the end of the day, right, a lot of people are saying they're not sure what position Jordan was meant to be playing. But I tell you something, right? I think for me, it's got to be on the left.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in the middle there, but no, I agree with his pace. I think you've got to have him on the wing, 100%. And I agree. I really have a feeling he's going to start against Liverpool, even if Maxi is fit. I really do. I can see him starting with Miggy. I can't see him dropping Miggy. I just can't see it. But I agree with the chat there. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he tried, and that's what I like to see. He was trying, he was running, you know. He was diving as well. I wasn't a fan of that. But, you know, 1-1, you know, you did what you need to do, whatever. If it gets for 3 points, and happy days. But, yeah, he was diving as well. But, no, 7 for Gordon. I think he ran his heart out when he came on early. And I don't think he was expecting to play that position. It's just what happened with the injury. Yeah, good game. Yeah, good effort.
Good effort. Jacob Murphy, you won't rate him, and Elliot Anderson won't rate him, despite he should have pulled the trigger later on as well. I mean, he looked for the penalty and he just didn't get it. So
who's that?
Elliot Anderson and Jacob Murphy. I'll give them both standard 5.
Okay. Yeah.
So moving from counter ASM out, that would be a terrible thing to do. Then that means you have to play Gordon on either on the right hand side then, because he's got to start somewhere, or Eddie will have to change formation to 4-2-3-1. He has to. What I'll do. That's what.
Go on, sorry, John.
You know, so, but I like to see Gordon on the left. I mean, they're really going to put ASM. That's the thing. But he could also play on the right hand side because he's right footed, and then play Miggy as a 10.
Yeah,
then
you could do that.
Then play Joe Linton and Longstaff in the holding role, and then play Gordon, ASM, Miggy as a 10 role, and Isak up top if Wilson don't make it.
I mean, I was going to say, I was thinking earlier you could play Isak on the wing with Wilson in the middle. That way they're both playing together. You know, there's options there. But no, I think that's what I was going to say. The reason I don't want Maxi starting, every time he starts, he gets injured. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Like the bloke, if he plays 90 minutes, he hasn't got 90 minutes in him. That could just be me. I might get some stick for that. But the kid is just always getting injured. And I know people like he's got 3 people on all the time. You know, he does get snapped a lot because he's speed and he's tricks and all that. But I'm just worried with him starting now all the time. He'll get injured again. And I'd rather see him come off the bench fresh. You know, I really would.
Yeah.
With that speed and skill, I think that works better for us. So I really do think it'll be Gordon on the left and Miggy on the right.
ASM could be ASM in a 10 or could be players for Volstein, who knows? We've got to the fans, we've got to give them a 10 for the effort.
When? Who?
The fans.
Oh,
Went
the
down
fans,
Bournemouth
fantastic.
yesterday.
You see how far they travelled, man. Way I, 100%.
Give him a 10. Give him a 10.
Way I, 10.
And Eddie Howe, manager?
I think he should be doing better on the sideline. Really, games like that, screaming at the players, and I just don't see it. It might happen. I just don't see it. I just think we need more from Eddie when things aren't going our way. I think he's too. What's the word I'm looking for, John?
Too loyal.
Lenient. Aye. So, what am I going to give him? In terms of the lineup, the injuries didn't help him. The changes that he made, you know, I'm gonna give him a 6.
A 6 out of 10 for Howell. Getting 10. Howell's got a 7 from Truls. Alan said 8. And to be fair, we have 60 days to rest till the next game, so stamina shouldn't be an issue. We've got to look at injuries first, by the way, as well. So he's going to be fit for that Saturday game. I mean, losing Bruno game with one more game. And then we look after for the big game as well. We've been match on Sunday, 2 weeks on Sunday. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. So that's the play ratings out of the way. We're gonna and who's your man of the match, Carl?
Joe Linton. Joe Linton's my man of the match.
Yeah, you give me a
100%. Easy decision. Yeah.
Easy decision. Excellent stuff. I'm not even going to argue with you, my guy. So we're going to wrap up there, guys. That's going to be our review, our player ratings as well. I know people are laughing about me saying get Ivan Toney in the summer from Brentford. I would love to see Toney back at Newcastle 110%. And we're going to discuss about that as well. Which striker should we be buying in the summer? And I think that should be a cracking show to do. So, guys, if you like the video, like what you see, hit the like, hit the subscribe button as well. And if you like the super chat, the option's there. If you'd like to become a member, it's 99p. So, Carl, if you tell us your socials, please, wherever we can find you.
I only use Twitter, mate. That's it on the screen at KPOVNUFC. It's the only one I use. Yeah.
The links are in the description as well. So do go into that and get him followed. I'm sure you're 5 years back, all Newcastle related. Go easy on him and don't upset him, by the way. I think the words you're looking for is layer back, lads. That's the word, layer back. And Jules, well, great show. Thank you so much indeed. Thanks for helping us out. And I really appreciate that, guys. And like I said, the links in the description. I'll see you back again either later on or tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be tomorrow night. And hopefully I'm going to get Tony back on as well. Let's hope. And what's going on last week. And I think the chat's now a lot better in my opinion. So, and I'll really quickly backstage Tony. But guys, thanks for watching the show. Have a fantastic evening. I should be on Craig Beasley, Stuart and Eat on the Bournemouth Newcastle review on his channel. That should be a cracking show. And got a great show. Thank you for watching. Cheers. Thank you. And please give it a like, subscribe on your way out. And thanks for watching and take care. Have a fantastic evening. It's a goodbye.